Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. It's early September 2025 and it's very exciting because we've just got a new mod in Sea Power to cover most of the critical assets involved in the Battle of Midway. So today we're going to try and use it to perform a one-to-one scale version of the Battle of Midway. Now before we do that, let's have a quick look at the mod. It's by Selenia, Texas and Masaka. It's actually an expanded version of their previous mod and it includes the following. For the United States Navy, we have here a New Orleans armoured cruiser in brilliant detail, which is great. We of course have the Yorktown class CV, the Yorktown, the Hornet and the, oh my god, I forgot what the other one was, guys. Enterprise, sorry. We have all three. I believe this one's the Yorktown. I believe this one is the Hornet, like gun for gun modelled. The amount of time the guys put into this to making this all work is it's just amazing. It's all for free as well. For the Japanese, we've got a, I'm sorry, I forgot the class. Oh, it's an Amagi class carrier, isn't it? And this is, I believe, a Kagi. In terms of her escorts, we've got a Congo class battleship here. They wasn't directly involved in Midway, but it was there. We've got a Tone cruiser, and what a funny thing. This is my first look at Tone. Look at this. Look at the turrets at the front there. Crazy, and the seaplanes at the back there. All working, and again, the level of detail is just crazy, so huge kudos. We have a, what did I do? Did I just call the wrong one out? No, that is a Congo. Oh, I do apologise, viewers. One of these was supposed to be a Yamato class battleship, but I've accidentally made it a Congo, and that's actually probably for the best anyway, because there was no Yamato class battleship at the Battle of Midway as far as I can see. And finally, they've got a Kageru destroyer, so plenty of assets for us to get our teeth stuck into. Look at the map here. Here is Midway Island here, which is of course what this battle was about, control of Midway Island. I'm sure you know the story. In terms of elements, we've got all of the fleets here, 3 Japanese fleets, 2 American fleets in the correct positions at the correct time, going the correct direction in relation to Midway Island. In terms of the assets that we actually have, maybe we'll do America first. In this position was Task Force 17 under Spruance. Task Force 17 consisted of Yorktown, obviously a Yorktown class, as well as that 3 cruisers, and we can see the cruisers are going to be all that class there, and 5 destroyers, and the destroyers are all going to be that class there that we've had to borrow today from the British. In terms of what our carrier is carrying, 25 Grumman F4F-4 Wildcat fighters, 37 Douglas SBD-3 Dauntless dive bombers, and 13 Douglas TBD-1 Devastator torpedo bombers. Then to the east by a few tens of miles we have Task Force 16. Because Sea Power is a little bit funny sometimes, I've had to split it into Task Force 16 and Task Force 16A. It doesn't like having multiple carriers in one group, you'll probably see why later. So Task Force 16 consisted of 2 Yorktown class carriers, which was of course Enterprise and Hornet. This is going to be Enterprise and that there is going to be Hornet. They were under the command of Fletcher, and their escorts were 5 cruisers, same type we saw before, and 10 destroyers, otherwise the same type we saw before. Now one thing we couldn't find was the exact formation of these fleets, so we've set them all out the same. This includes the Japanese, the carriers in the middle, then the toughest ships, the cruisers or the battleships, then the weaker ships around the outside, the destroyers. That's probably about right. I stand to be corrected, but you know, there's only so much we can find. I'm aware that some of these guys are doing some weird stuff here, but I hope they'll sort themselves out. That's it, that's the Americans. Oh, Task Force 16, by the way, also had 54 Wildcats, 75 SDBs and 24 TDBs. Total amount of aircraft, which is critical, on the American side was 228 at the start of the day. Now let's move over to the Japanese. They had 3 fleets. Fleet 1 was the first carrier striking fleet. The first fleet consisted of 4 carriers, Akagi, Kaga, Hiryu and Soryu. Also 2 battleships. Now we really struggled to find which battleships they were, because in real life I don't think they were actually in this formation. I think they were in a slightly separate formation, but we couldn't find any actual history data about how and where they were sailing, so we've had to just put them in the formation, and we couldn't find exactly which ships they were, but we believe they were of the Congo class, so we put 2 Congos in there. As well as that, they've got 3 cruisers, so we've put 3 Tones in there, obviously, in our concentric circles. And then 12 destroyers we've put around the outsides. Again, in terms of the actual formation, the size, the spread, we couldn't find any information on that, so we've just had to have our best guess. On the 4 carriers were 75 Mitsubishi A6M2 Type 21 Zeke fighters or Zeros to me and you, 70 Aichi D3A1 Val dive bombers, 81 Nakajima B5N2 Kate torpedo bombers. Also, they had 2 Yokosuka D4Y1 Judy dive bombers. I don't think we have those in our version. And 8 Yokosuka B4Y1 Jean biplane torpedo bombers. I'm not sure we've got them or got them working here. Not that it's going to matter. A total of 236, so almost identical to the amount of the Americans. As well as that, in exactly this position here at this time, they had the Midway support fleet, or the second fleet. I've not modelled it because it didn't take part in the battle, and I don't want to use up resources, but it had 4 heavy cruisers, 2 destroyers, and 12 float planes. And finally, the actual invasion fleet, a few hundred miles behind in this position, had 2 light carriers, 5 battleships, 4 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 34 support and landing vessels. So now we've just got to reenact the battle. Now, to reenact the battle, what I needed was a blow-by-blow account of what actually happened and when in the battle. So my friend Pony has made it for me. I may show it on the screen, or I may just read it out, I'm not sure. But first we have to stop so no more time elapses, and we're going to look at the time event. Now, the timeline is split into 9 phases. Phases 1 and 2 we're not going to be reenacting today because we don't have certain aircraft, and in many ways it's just not relevant. We're going to start at phase 3, but I will read stages 1 and 2 out so you know what went down. So remember, that's Midway there, that's the first carrier strike fleet there. So phase 1, starting at 0430 local to that time zone there, bearing in mind local to this time zone now it's 0701. Japanese carriers Akagi, Kagasoyu Hiru launched their first strike against Midway Island, consisting 30 Aichi D3A Val dive bombers, 36 Nakajima B5N Kate torpedo bombers, 36 Mitsubishi A6M Zero fighters, total 138. 0455, a US PBY Catalina spotting plane spots the transport fleet, these guys here, 700 miles west of Midway, and radios them back. At 0603, just after 6 in the morning, that is an hour earlier than what it is here in game, Midway launches its air defense force. First, 27 F2A Buffaloes and F4F Wildcats. They are intercepted by Japanese Zeros and 15 are destroyed. Next, and again from the island here towards the attacking first fleet here, are launched 16 SDB Dauntless bombers and 11 SB2U Vindicators. They attack the carrier formation but score no hits. Next, from the island, the Army launched B-26 Marauders, 4 aircraft which have no effect and 2 are shot down. 1 nearly crashes into the flagship carrier. Next, Army B-17 Flying Fortresses, a squadron, 14 of them, attack the carriers at 20,000 feet. The carriers do evasive action, no hits are scored. At 0620, so that is 40 minutes earlier than we are now at this time zone, the Japanese strike finally reaches Midway. They set fuel tanks ablaze and some buildings are destroyed, but the runway is still usable. At 0700, which is basically the time it is now, Japanese strike force begins returning. They've still got 140 nautical miles to go to get back here. Nagumo debates whether to launch a second strike or rearm for anti-ship attack, and this bit is going to be critical. This moves on to phase 2, known as Nagumo's fatal delay. 028, this is 20 something minutes ahead of what we've got here. A Japanese scout plane from the cruiser Tone reports US surface ships, these guys here, 20 minutes later corrects them as carriers, so that's the 3 Yorktowns he spots. 2 minutes later, Nagumo delays a decision, rearming aircraft below deck. The hangar fills with fueled planes and ordnance. Later, this is a critical disaster. So they've received information that all of a sudden they've spotted the American carriers here, which they weren't expecting, of course. If you remember the history, the Americans intercepted the orders from the Japanese, so they knew about what was going to happen, and so they put an ambush here. Well, the Japanese did their due diligence. They sent their float planes out. They spotted them. All of a sudden, Nagumo panics. He doesn't know whether to rearm for anti-ship or to keep doing anti-land, and a massive delay happens. That brings us on to 0702, which is 12 seconds from now, according to this time zone here. And the difficult thing about doing such big battles is it covers multiple time zones. So if I just went over here, it's now 8 o'clock in the morning. It's so weird to get used to. Anyway, 072, so that's now the Americans take their first action. They know that they've been discovered. They know what's happening. They've got their planes fueled and ready, and they're going to take action. So the first thing that happens, guys, I'm going to unpause this and try and do this in real time. I've got my guys British and Dirty to help me out. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello. Davros now as well.
Hello, Davros. It's very easy for me to get this wrong, guys. And we're doing this in real time, so I'm going to try and do my best to get this right. Try and look for mistakes. So, Phase 3, we've got USS Hornet launches 15 TDBs, 35 SDBs, and 10 F4 Wildcats. Hello, Madame Hornet. Let me just read on. Assigned, but fighters and dive bombers get lost due to navigational error and never find their target in RTB. So only VT8 actually reaches target, which is 35 SDB. So just, I know this is going to get heavy hardcore on our computer, so I'm going to remove the ones that don't actually make it to target, and I'm just going to put VT8 out, which is the, VT8 is the 18 TDBs, the torpedo bombers. Can you double check Phase 3, guys, and make sure I've read that right? Alright, out they go. So this is our version of USS Hornet. It is a Yorktown class still. It's going to launch the yes, TDBs. That is VT8. Right, the next action that happens is going to be USS Enterprise launching. So let me try and get USS Enterprise here. That is, where is this USS Enterprise? There she is. She launches 14 TDBs, 18 SDBs, another 16 SDBs, and 10 Wildcats, and it doesn't say that Enterprises are cancelled, so I think we can get Enterprises up and airborne.
I'm just checking against the numbers below that in the next
Roger.
paragraph.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, viewers. There's, you know, I don't know what to say. Right, 10 Wildcats, check. I need a total of 14 TDBs. I've only got 12, but it's going to have to be near enough. 12 in anti-ship launch. And we need 18 plus 16 is 17 plus 34. A staggering 34. And there we go, 34. That's all of them. SDBs.
If your computer doesn't ignite itself,
right,
you're doing well.
Right, this ain't going to work, is it? Never mind. We'll try, viewers.
Remains to be seen.
That's Enterprises. Finally, we've got Yorktown, but she doesn't launch for another hour, so we're going to leave Yorktown. And that is all that happens until the Hornets planes arrive. So, sorry, I'm just reading as I go down, viewers, to make sure I'm not missing anything.
You're going to hate me for this, but once all those aircraft are airborne, I would label them as their VT groups.
Roger. The problem I've got with that is that they're going to be in flights. If that kind of makes sense. So
yeah, so it'll be VT6/1, VT6/2, VT6/3, etc.
Fair comment. All right, well, let's have a look at these planes for the time being anyway. It's going to be a while until they're airborne. So that, guys, is a Wildcat. The Wildcats, I believe, scored more kills than their bigger counterpart, which was the F4U Corsair, wasn't it, guys?
Don't know whether that's by percentage or just pure kills.
Yeah, I don't know. What we've got here is a Devastator, which was the... Oh, what's that? What's that funny thing, guys? Viewers, you'll have to let me know.
These were sort of late 30s designs, weren't they? 1937, 1938, I want to say, something like that.
If you look underneath, you can see how it's kind of built around the torpedo, and it kind of goes
Absolutely.
Interesting, isn't it? Can you guys, someone just read ahead and check when the first Japanese come out, please?
I don't think it's until after your actual next contact.
Oh, right.
The Americans go
They
first.
do have zeros up to intercept, so we do have to get some zeros up, but not yet, obviously. Right, I can start getting the first guys sort of on their ways. Right, out you go. Good luck, guys. And nice and high. Right, so as each flight comes out, I suggest that I just get them underway. Most of these fighters never saw action anyway, so let's just get them up there. God, I'm already getting lost. Who's this lot? These are Devastators. They can get on their way.
So the Devastators need to be heading for Kaga.
Yep.
and that is literally all your torpedo bombers you've got airborne at the moment.
Roger, and
We'll be heading for Kaga.
in a while we'll be taking off Yorktowns. Hang on, and right, there's a large chance of me losing my mind here, so try and get me to... Why is he only a flight of 2? Because he's I know why. It's all to scale as well. There's all the hundreds of miles they really had to do, Viewingtons.
Yeah, it could be interesting if the CPU decides to go to times 3.
Yeah, so far we're okay. Right, they are more devastators. Let's get them up. You can see the fuel, the range ring is only just big enough to get them to target. That's already pretty terrifying for me. Alright, I'm getting there slowly. All those guys on their way now. Right, have I managed to catch up with what's coming out? I have. So, what's happening now? We've got more devastators. Jeez, how many devastators are there?
If you've launched them all, there will be 14 plus 12. 14 plus 12, yeah.
All of Hornet's stuff is out now. What did Hornet have? She had...
He just had the Devastators because the Wildcats and Dauntlesses didn't find the target.
Right. Has anyone seen any obvious logistics mistakes I've made so far, guys? Good. Okay.
So you should have 2 groups of torpedo bombers up,
Yes.
3 groups of your dive bombers up,
Oh no, they haven't started taking off, but we will do soon. But I think that's the
and
first
then one group of fighters up.
All session, isn't it? So let's get them done. Right, so Yorktown doesn't start launching until a little while out, so we're going to wait for that.
Well, depending on where your timeline is, we're either 12 minutes behind or 45 minutes ahead.
We're ahead, as in, by which I mean 45 minutes until Yorktown launches.
You're good?
The problem is I've got 2 different time zones I'm fighting over, and at no point does it say in the my instruction list which time zone we are. So we've basically got an hour of play, an hour error. That kind of what makes sense. So we'll just do the best we can with it. So we're going to say 9 in this time zone here for the American launches, and hope for the best there. Guys, why do we even try and do this? Madness, absolute madness. No one does stuff like this.
I would have set this up for you slightly differently, but yeah. I'd have had all those planes airborne and labelled and done it that way.
Yes.
It's amazing to watch them launch, has to be said.
It doesn't work though, because some of them are going to take... Look, our first Dauntless is coming out now. The problem is with that is some of them are taking off in 4 hours time, so do you know what I mean? It's problematic. All of the fuel is modelled, all the endurance is modelled. Right, first Devastator Dauntless is going up. £1,000 bomb, £250 bomb. They've got these massive air brakes they're going to use in their dives, hopefully.
Which I still think they just grate the cheese on.
Yes. Yes, that will work. Right, let's get this guy. Now, in real life, we know, obviously, where the carriers are, because we're controlling reds as well as blues. In real life, they didn't really know. Well, they sort of did, but they didn't know how to get there. You know what I'm saying? It was very easy to get lost, I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's ever tried to do the old trick of navigating whilst wearing a blindfold that only literally allows you to see the compass down by your chest, and then you're told to walk on a bearing for so far, then walk on another bearing for so far, and then walk on another bearing for so far, and get to the spot you're supposed to be. Yeah,
wind and probably no visibility, yeah, right.
Yeah, no visible landmarks, and as you say, there's relative winds in there, and we're going to try and push off track anyway. I think you and Matrix did it a while ago, didn't you, on a compass?
Yes, that was very hard.
Nav exercise in the jets, and extremely hard.
That's why you had to have professional navigators, standalone navigators per plane. Otherwise, the planes were useless. Wouldn't even get to target.
Yeah. So the bombers and the torpedo bombers have both got pilot, nav, gunner. I know on the bigger planes, the navigators are actually trained to use astrolabes and actually use the constellations at night to be able to see where they're going. These are daytime guys, so these would have just been pure bearing speed calculations. Interesting how Sea-Power do it. Sea-Power's using the new style of launching those planes. In reality, as you sort of did with the Mitchell bombers, I want to say, they would stack them up on deck, and almost 2/3 of that deck would be planes, and they'd just be launching without a catapult off off the front. So I don't know who decided who was going to be the guy in the front and who was going to be the guy at the back, but it was probably just as well to keep him with the squadron leader.
Yeah, Roger. Well, Baby desperately wanted to come in and see what we were doing, but he wasn't allowed. He got upset.
Oh, bless.
I just want to see what's going on. I want to see the battle. Don't even know what these guys are about to do. I haven't even looked far enough ahead yet. I'm just trying to get them friggin' airborne without screwing that up. Time, we've got 40 minutes before Yorktown goes.
Once you've got all your Americans airborne, I would think about getting some Japanese cap up.
Yes. I was just going to wait a little bit longer before we get a little bit closer.
Do you want me to try and find out some information on how many of those there were? Or?
Yes, they would usually have like 3 or 4 flights up, I thought, but yeah, go do that, please. I know they wouldn't have everything up.
Historically, I think because Hornets, torpedo bombers were the first to attack, the Japanese cap dived down to tangle with those, because they were really the only ones who attacked, and Enterprise got there not that soon or not that long after. All the Japanese fighters were down the deck, so there was no one to intercept the Dauntlesses in the first attack.
That's great. We need to try and remember that then, guys. And I noticed the Dauntless doesn't have a navigator. It has a gunner and a pilot, but not a navigator.
So the gunner was a navigator as well then, question mark?
I think the pilot doubled up as a navigator, although the gunner also did some other stuff. He was also a flight engineer, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I said it redundant. I mean, look at that. You've got a whole friggin' Air Force on their way. Which is, not dissimilar to how it would have looked, right?
These carriers, I think somebody was saying in comments, would load up with almost 100 planes each.
Yeah, that's literally what we've got here, guys.
I think that's including when they'd park them on the deck, though, not just in the hangar.
Yeah, possibly. But I mean, you take as many as you can cram on, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
You know the attrition rate through mechanical incidents and through war was going to be absolutely horrendous.
The American carriers specifically had a lot of hangar space because they didn't have armored flight decks, so they could fit a lot of spare parts and unused aircraft in the hangars anyway.
So, no specific numbers on this because obviously it's lost in the historical data nowadays. 72 zeros within the Japanese fleet at this time. If you use your rule of thirds, well, actually quarters, because a quarter of them have probably supported the land attack.
That's right. They haven't been refueled yet. They haven't been refueled.
Yeah, and a quarter of them are down for maintenance. The other quarter will be on QRF as such, unless they just did thirds. So quarter for the land attack, quarter for the airborne cap, 20 odd, and a quarter down for maintenance. So I reckon a reasonable cap is probably about 20 zeros. I think you said 3 or 4 flights, didn't you say?
Yeah, it just feels right, doesn't it? How many you could really expect to have out?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to save your computer a bit, 4 flights of 4, 16 zeros up.
Fine, yeah.
So you've still got 30 minutes before Yorktown starts to launch. You're just about on time for the first strike to go in, so
yeah,
you're about 20 minutes away from their carriers.
So the first strikes, the first Devastators hit at 1917. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
You've got 0700 to 0745, so that's 0800 to 08.
USS Enterprise, thank you for your service, but I don't want any more freaking planes to control. That's it. That's my lot done. So, up in the air. Well, I've actually lost count, but there's all those planes, and they are more or less historically the right types of planes in the right numbers, apart from the ones that got lost because I don't want those ones up. With all the right fuel endurances and stuff, let's just hope it works. Now, we've got, I'm going to take off Yorktown's just a little bit early, guys, just to give me a bit more space between the launch and the attack, because it's going to be a lot of pressure on me otherwise. Wildcats, you can see, being freaking Wildcats. Devastators being freaking Devastators. And Dauntlesses being Dauntlesses. 0830 local to the Americans, 0, no, lost, no, 0, oh god, I've lost, sorry. We're quite in the same time zone. The Japanese have just moved in to the same time zone. Right, we're in the same time zone. That makes it so much friggin' easier. Woohoo! Lovely.
Cap's PC is struggling so hard.
I can imagine all Cap can hear if he's not got headphones on, his fans whirring.
Jesus.
No, that's his fans melting.
It's interesting because it said in the document how Torpedo was late launching aircraft, and that one scout plane happened to be the one which overflew the Americans. It's interesting the difference in doctrine, because the Americans used carrier aircraft for scouting. The Dauntless doubled up as scout aircraft, but the Japanese relied on their float planes from the cruisers compared to using anything from the carriers.
The Americans also had their Catalinas up, didn't they? They had the big float boats, so they were launching for big
planes. Great planes, guys.
Yeah.
Flying planes basically just ruled the Pacific during the whole war from both sides. They were just flying everywhere.
So,
to 9, I think we should get Yorktowns up, and then we'll worry about the attack and defence.
I would get you up first, Japanese planes up first. No, do we decide on 4 flights of 4?
Yep. On their way now.
So Wildcat versus Corsair estimated kill to loss ratios. Corsair had an 11 to 1 approximately kill to loss ratio. Anybody want to estimate what the Wildcats was? 7 to 1.
How about that?
In actual fact, the Corsair was a much heavier, much faster aircraft, superior air combat performance. The Wildcat was just producing a lot bigger quantities.
I wonder how the Hellcat compares.
I don't know.
The Hellcat actually flies the Corsair with more kills. So the Wildcat Mark II actually beats the Corsair. And in actual fact, it's the opposite way round on sorties. I thought the Wildcats could perform more sorties. It wasn't. The Corsairs did by something like a 4 to 1 ratio. Of course, the Wildcats did about 16,000 combat sorties. Corsairs 64,000 operational sorties.
Flight up.
No one will know what the Spitfires and the Mustang did.
Right, the last zero flight should be up now. Alright, grab you. Alright. Zero's up and ready. Yorktown! He's going to end up having some trouble later on. Yorktown sends out, oh my god, here we go. Right, 12 TDBs, 17 SDBs and 6 Wildcats. So, TDBs, 12 anti-ship. Go. It's 12 minutes before 9. We'll get to 9, we'll set these guys on our way, and then the attack is going to go.
Now, I don't know how organised CAP's going to be, knowing CAP reasonably, but the American strike forces weren't particularly well organised, so they literally got eyes on the target and attacked. There was no ability to talk between flights or talk between squadrons, or even the squadrons talked back to the carrier at this point in the war. So they literally had to find and organise their own attacks within flights, within squadrons. So
that's fine. That's how we'll do it. I'll just send them in them, piecemeal, bit by bit, as I click on them, basically.
Yeah. And post battle analysis actually said that may have helped because he actually drew some of the zeros off, because obviously the zeros went for the first guys they saw. Again, no coordination. There's nobody up in a 3C aircraft anywhere or an AWACS going, oh yes, we need to send you here.
It was pure mayhem.
Absolutely. I mean, at least 2 of you here play the game. How easy is it to identify a bomber or torpedo bomber from a fighter?
At what range?
Exactly. So, well, the range that you're going to be able to intercept at, 5-6 miles?
A dot is a dot.
Yeah. So that's what the Zero fighters are presumably going to see as these guys start coming in.
Doesn't help the Japanese didn't have radar.
Yes, that's right. I'm going to get the last of the Americans airborne from Yorktown, and then we're going to run the attack in.
And then if you can compare that against modern technology with aperture, synthetic radars, whatever they're called, that can actually both tell you where your opponent is 30, 40, 50 miles away if they're not stealth or reduced visibility. And then they will also tell you the type, because they've actually worked out what the return will be for specific types of aircraft. So you not only know that you're attacking a Mirage, you'll know it's a Mirage 3 or a Mirage 2000.
Poor fly on his Mirage. 18 minutes till attack.
18 minutes. Well, I was going to say it's going to take 10 minutes to get there, so we'll leave it kind of 10 past. As soon as these are up, we'll go basically.
I've actually got this far to be honest.
All right. Yeah. We're done. Time is 3 minutes past 9. That could not have worked out more perfect, guys.
It's almost as if somebody had done a script for it.
Yeah, I hope the script's bloody right now. Boney! Got the wrong battle. Right, come on. 2 more planes, and then we're done, and then we can fight, finally. Wow, that was interesting. Right, guys, I'm going to pause at this point. It's attack time. It's 4 minutes past 9 and 17 minutes. The first guys come in, so I think that's near enough for us. So, let's have a little look. We've got these guys here, the VT8, or whatever they were called, the VF8 from Enterprise. It doesn't say they ever found battle, so what I'm going to do is just sort of chug them along, and they might find some combat by accident, they might not. Who knows, and then they'll run out of fuel and go back to base. Alright, next, the first attack is VT8. That is 15 Devastators on cargo, so let's get Devastators. Anyone know where I put my Devastators, guys? There they are. There's 3 on cargo. So, what could possibly go wrong? You on... That one has to be... That one's going to be cargo. And that... Amazingly. 15. Ha! How about that? The right amount. And then the Zeros are going to respond when they come within sort of, you know, detectable range, which is... Oh, pretty soon. There they go. Well, they're going to fly how they want to fly. They want to go down, they're going to go down. I'm not, you know, I can't script them all one by one.
These guys are about to have a very miserable day, unfortunately, in real life.
All shot down by Zeros, it says in real life. Well, that's it. We'll let them get a little bit closer and we'll get the Zeros to jump on them. These planes are pretty slow compared to a Zero fighter.
Yeah, I mean, there's 41 of these torpedo bombers launched. 0 torpedo hits during the day. Only six of them returned to the carriers.
They did, generally speaking, the American torpedo guys did pretty badly, didn't they, throughout the war?
Yeah,
the Dornices were miles better.
But in this battle especially, they were almost the sacrificial meat shields for the guys following on. Even before the war, they were considered obsolete.
Roger. And what's going to happen, though, as per real life, is it's going to drag the Zero defense down.
Yeah, that's what's hopefully going to happen.
Right, here we go. So they're going down to the Devastators have been spotted. They're going down to go and intercept them.
So when the Dornices started coming after this, they were able to keep very high, plunge down, put those huge air brakes out. The pilots can actually manoeuvre onto the target whilst the air brakes are out. It's a very, very precise way of aiming. It just takes balls, you know, almost the size of the plane to be able to do it.
And no self-preservation.
Well, none of these guys have got any self-preservation, have they? Let's face it. That's been left back on shore.
They're going 100 knots. Surely they didn't go faster than 100 knots. It's suicide.
They were known for being slow.
Right,
so
what I'm going to do then,
slow is.
while that's happening, as per real life, I'm going to get the Dauntlesses to sort of go around the other way, and stay above them. How many Dauntlesses it was? It's going to be... No, it was all Devastators.
18 plus 16.
Take it right back. It was Devastators. It was all Devastators, it says. In looking phase 4, it says 15 Devastators, then 14 Devastators, then 12 Devastators. It's all going to be Devastators.
So these strikes beginning, yeah, you've got... That's the launch, isn't it? So it's all the Devastator torpedo bombers first.
Yeah.
So an hour later, when the Zeros are actually refueling, I take it.
Yeah, then the Dauntlesses are going to come in, right? Yes, then the Dauntlesses are going to come in. Right, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So
okay.
let the dogfight start and then put the Dauntlesses in.
Roger. Right, the dogfight is indeed about to start. Right, Zeros, off the hook, off that chain. Oh, they're already weapons free, look at that. Yes, sir. Devastator down. Well, this is historically accurate, guys. A 15 or 15 shot down.
So I am just being asked by which mod are you using for this, and I'm going to guess it's one from Salina, Texas.
You got it.
And it will be a bespoke one that's only been made for Cap and won't be for general release for the moment, folks. If torpedo bombers get through, it could be a whole new history you've written.
Right, so while this is happening, these guys need to sneak over the top, as per real life, right?
They do, but I suspect they're not. I suppose they're going to come to low level and try to do pop-up attacks.
Yes, but what I can do is I can fly them over the top.
Yeah, could do, and let's see if they can just drop on the top.
So these guys are going, yeah, right, just going to try. Right, this is going to be all kinds of weird. Yes, because look, there's the Zeros, and here is my guys here. It's annoying, I can click on every single one, but... So what I'm going to do is get them into position here, ready to attack at high altitude. Ooh, look at us reenacting the real-life viewers.
I have a feeling this is going to be alternative history time.
Roger. Well, we've got 33 of them.
Absolutely.
33 of these suckers.
I am going to say the Japanese take very light casualties, if any.
Right, all is continuing as per real life. What's happening here? Merge. Oh, some Devastators got... No, that's a set of Wildcats. Why are they not engaging? Because they didn't engage in real life viewers, or at least nothing in my timeline says that these guys found any targets. So we're just letting them cross over the top. Alright, you know what? This is going just like real life. What is all those bullets? Where are those bullets coming from? What is that? Anyone notice that thing that just happened? MLRS?
That's a lot of ammo.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Game's starting to speed up. The game's starting to speed up.
Everything from sort of 12.7 mil machine guns to 20 millimeter bunkers, wasn't it?
Look at my beautiful, beautiful Dauntless attack. So what I'm going to do after these Devastators are all shot down, I'm going to send these Zeros back home, because in real life, you know, they were not operational for the next attack, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, this guy's got through. Fair and square, because the Japanese are being stupid. They're flying up to carry these guys, so I'm going to help them out a little bit. These guys are going to shoot. They decided to go and tackle Wildcats. Fair enough. Wildcats, fight back. Bit of non-fair opportunity in history.
Gotta love a good formation dogfight.
Their formation dogfight, best dogfight. They're not fighting back very well. I've told them to fight back. They're not fighting back brilliantly. You've seen better days, guys.
Don't look in your mirror, whatever you do. No, you won't need to then.
Alright, most of the torpedo bombers have been shot down now.
Hey, you got out.
Dauntless attacks kicking into gear. Yorktown stuff forming up for Yorktown. Attack in an hour's time. This guy is engaging. Oh, he went head to head with 4. Whoops, don't do that.
Ballsy.
This guy's going right through the middle of it, right through the middle of the Zeros. That must have been what it was like. Jesus Christ. Huge balls. Has anyone talked about the size of the balls yet?
Yes. Yeah, They could have probably carried 3 torpedoes if they didn't have to have the cruise balls in there.
He's made it through, fair and square. Go on, mate. Go on, my man.
They're pretty good at overshooting these heroes, aren't they?
No idea what that was. No idea what that was.
Was main gun armament shooting?
What, from
the ships?
Shit, wow.
Yes.
18 inches.
It has to be.
What's happened with these guys?
Would be 11 or 12 inches.
They're getting through. There's not much else I can do. You know, I've set the Zeros for free fire. They will do what they want to do at this point. Keep going, boys. Keep freaking going. Let's get some freaking torpedoes. Yeah, those are 18 inches. That's large shell or whatever.
Yeah, don't know if they're 18 inches, but certainly it looks like they're main or possibly secondaries, but possibly mains, I think. I'm trying to think about Kaga had. I think she had 14 inches.
Well, they've got, yeah, sorry, you're right. It's Congo they've got, isn't it? She's got 14 inches, isn't she? No, she's not firing, alert. What the hell's firing? She's not firing. Oh, I've left a Yamato in. Whoopsie, it's not meant to be there. Sorry. Viewers, it's been a long,
okay,
long
so
day.
you're right, they were 18 inches.
I'm going to remove her because she's not meant to be there. Yeah.
Whoops, daisy.
I'm glad I checked that. Well, he hasn't done any damage. Yeah, sorry, viewers. It's not the easiest thing to set up, to be honest.
That would have been a huge distraction for the Dauntlesses, that has to be said.
Right. Well, you mean the giant 18-inch buzz shells ricocheting?
No, just the giant ship. I mean, what pilot in their right mind is going to avoid that? You're just going to go for it, aren't you?
I put them in there originally, and then we looked it up on Wiki and whatnot, and it tells us she wasn't actually in there. So I don't know what Yamamoto was on board, viewers, because Yamamoto was always on Yamato. So let me know what ship he was on, because I don't know that.
Probably was on the Yamato, but they were too far away.
Too far away.
To actually be in the battle itself.
Right, well guys, it's going really well. At this point I have to pause. At this point my shift to look after the baby take server, which is great. I had no idea this is going to take all day literally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, I'm going to turn the video recorder off, guys. I'm going to come back later, if I can get permission to, at 6:30, and if the computer hasn't crashed, we'll carry on. If the computer has crashed, then we're screwed obviously, but that's obviously how life works. Welcome back, viewers. What's just been a millisecond or so for you has been 3 hours for us. I've done my shift looking after the baby and I've gotten to bed all successfully and I'm exhausted, but it's all good. So we've got to remember where we are. So let's just remember where we got to. We skipped session phases 1 and 2. We've done phase 3. We're in the middle of phase 4. So what happens now is the Devastators are in the middle of being shot down, as happened by real life. Then these attacks fail but leave the Japanese cap, so that's the Zeros, at sea level, low on fuel, and scattered and disorganised. And that's going to move us on to phase 5, the dive bomber miracle. I'm going to unpause now if it doesn't crash. Look at that, still going. Sea power, best power.
So, reading ahead
Roger.
to the dive bomber miracle, we need to actually get Yorktown and the Enterprise's dive bombers to group together. So they may be going in a bit early at the moment. In real scenario, Enterprise group sights Japanese destroyer Arashi chasing a US sub away from the carriers, but that leads them direct to the carriers, but it slows them down. They'd have been off target if they hadn't seen it.
But they're separate attacks. The 10 past 10 one that's just Enterprise. The 20 past 10 one is essentially the Yorktown ones. So we can play either. I'm just worried about them running out of fuel, so we've just got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah,
this thing.
The range ring on the dive bombers is still quite big, I think, isn't it?
Yes, it appears to be quite big. Let me just try and get a leader. Reviews, quite a lot to do here. Alright, we'll just keep an eye on their range in that case and see if we can get the Yorktown over here at max speed.
Yeah. So that will mean that we can actually send as soon as the dive bombers are destroyed, you can get me D's next time.
Then I can send the
Zeros can be returned to base.
Yeah.
And then all the dive bombers go in.
Roger.
I just want to see one torpedo launch.
Right. Not today, big dog.
No, but not.
Not even getting close.
Have you ever been fortunate enough to watch the movie?
Old or new?
Old.
No.
The old one had some fantastic flight there.
I mean, the Zeros have worked out beautifully. They could have gone really weird, and they have, I guess, gone a bit weird, but still, they've not, they've more or less done the thing that we asked them to.
Done the job.
So
Absolutely.
I'm happy. And they might even get a couple of torpedo bombers did get through. They didn't do damage, but they did get through. So, in a weird sea power way, to be honest, pretty realistic. What I'm going to start doing now is just getting what are they called? Sorry. Words are
these are the
Yorktown.
It's the DDs. It's the.
Pretty much. I've literally slept since then because I dropped off when putting the baby down.
Yes. Yeah. Know that feeling.
So that is Yorktown's Dauntlesses, which are the bombers, on their way. Let me check these guys are working. Oh, just taking their sweet time. That's a VF. That's a fighter. We'll leave them. Right. There are 2 of these Devastators left. There is actually another flight here that's taking its sweet time for some reason, so let's just expedite those. Maximum speed, please, which is probably still pretty damn slow. One problem we've got with sea power viewers is when you tell them to attack something, they go full idiot mode and go to minimum speed, and there is nothing you can really do about it. I don't know why it does it. So I put him up to top speed of 170. Still, these 2 survive and go on. They're doing everything they can to avoid up, down, jiggity pokety. Not going to be doing any dogfighting with a bloody torpedo on you.
Yeah, what's that? 10.5?
Probably not very well connected either. Hey, 1 left of that group. I might force another fight because I can. Send these guys in. Wildcats. Alright, let's say our last man's finally down. He bought the frigging farm.
Yeah, so of that first attack, there was only 1 survivor, Ensign George Gay.
And that's literally true to real life. One guy survived. Absolutely amazing. Right, Davros, I need to put these Zeros to bed now, really, don't I?
Yeah, LTV.
Because that's literally what happened to this point, so...
Yeah, I'd probably hit ceasefire as well. It should just go straight LTV.
Now, you've got to remember, you're asking why this is happening and why aren't there loads more Zeros out? You've got to remember what happened, the lead up to this. They just performed a giant attack on Midway Island. The planes have come back, and it takes, hours to get them ready to go up again. So it's very hard for them to find Zeros to actually send up. Yeah, so they're busy refueling, rearming, doing all the stuff.
And I take it the delay is, does he put torpedoes on his torpedo bombs,
yes,
or just put bombs on his torpedo bombs?
Yeah.
And depending on where they're staged within the vessels, you could choke up your whole pipeline of planes getting up to the deck.
Right, and that's exactly what happened. Hence why we're about to get a lovely window of attack. Right, so some Zeros going back home now. These guys are going to join in for the lols. We've got Yorktown's guys coming over. I can start getting Yorktown's TDBs in as well. So let's move these over here. I'm not even sure at this point if they saw action or not, but I better move them into place just in case they do.
So Yorktown's Devastators actually go in again before the dive bombers. So they are literally on cue for just about the right time to be attacking for about 9:40. And that 20 minutes later, it's going to be about 5-10 minutes for us, the dive bombers go in.
Alright, these guys are positioned ready for the attack. Just need to keep an eye on their fuel endurance, which at the moment is fine. Fingers crossed that stays the same. Next attack is the Zeros. In they go.
Come to mess with the
Last Devastators of Enterprise. Or Hornet, I forget now. I've literally slept since then. At least this one's going fast. Improvement.
Yeah. Fast for 1930s torpedo bomber, that's for sure.
Pretty lucky too.
You're as bad as an F1 commentator.
Right. These guys are going to join in the combat, setting them to weapons free. Fight! Yeah, he's diving down. Oh look, there's my Dauntlesses. Haha! I'm enjoying this, viewers. Sea power often just pisses me off nowadays, but I'm enjoying this. Trebian. Right, everyone is on the move. That's great news, guys. Get some, you mothers. Last non-Yorktown Devastator's about to go down. Yes, sir. Missed. Yes, sir. It's because they've only got their 7 mil machine guns left.
Yeah.
Right, with some Wildcats in on the action. Alright, Wildcats. Enter the fray. Wow, look, a Devastator got all the way up here. How did that happen?
No idea, but apparently it thinks engaging a surface contact means it needs a torpedo running from 20,000 feet.
Apparently so. It's a big torpedo drop. I hope it has a parachute. One there. Oh, whoa, uh-oh. Foxball. Zero just got shot down, but these guys are just frigging mincemeating it. Right, yeah, use the Zeros. Just do your freaking job. God, man, it's hard work, isn't it? These Winchester are out of ammo. Okay, only one Devastator survived. One survived in real life, didn't it? So maybe that'll be the one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if he can escape. He's obviously not getting through. Run! Run back home. Fast as you possibly can, please. At maximum speed. Let's see if we can get him back. You can be, what was it, Ensign?
Hide down to the deck, go on. Head down to the deck. Head towards you.
What was the guy's name who survived? Henson Brown or something?
He was George Gay, but he was actually found in the water afterwards. He was a survivor from a shot down.
We're changing history a bit.
Yeah, so it's probably been written out to the American Forces history at the moment, so unfortunately.
Wow, look at that. That's how the USN actually fight.
That's Grim Reaper style.
Yes. They're actually firmly attached, aren't they?
I think that's what they call welded wing formation.
Alright, these guys are in position. I have no idea where this destroyer's off to, but I believe Sea Power's doing Sea Power. That's it. I now got to worry about these guys and check out there.
So weirdly, that's actually almost historically correct, because those folks that you're hovering over now are going to see that destroyer chasing off a submarine in that direction and go, oh, I wonder what's north of her. Where's she chasing from?
There you go. Historical accuracy, best accuracy. All those Zeros RTP.
I'm amazed that you've got times 10.
Yes, am I. Stuff's actually happening as well. Yes! Ensign Gay is going to freaking make it. I wish I could get him to jettison this torpedo. Alright, I'm going to start forcing some RTBs now. You, sir, I've decided. RTB.
So those Zeros running low on fuel opens the window. No cap above the fleet at the moment. The dive bomber miracle is the next thing to re-enact.
Roger. So we're just getting, yeah, and we're still on time as well, because that doesn't happen until 10 past 10, does it?
Yeah, so we're 40 minutes ahead of schedule at the moment.
Right, viewers, we are entering Phase 5 for the Dive Bomber Miracle, where we're going to send him 33 plus I don't know, loads of it. Basically, all of these SDBs. I can't even work it out in my head, but all of them are going to be going in.
Well, the 35 that were launched from Hornets went missing, didn't they? They flew off in their own direction. So we've got 18 from VB6, we've got 16 from VS6. That is 34.
Roger.
And then we've got Yorktown's 17 coming as well. At that point, my mass breaks down. That's 55-ish.
Well, that's what we've got here. That's what we've got modelled. So
these guys have got a lot to live up to now.
yeah.
Historically, 3 carriers are taken out, fatally damaged, within 5 minutes. You've attacked this fleet several times at DCS with various aircraft,
Yes, it's very difficult.
and it always just stupefies. Yeah, the Yorktown 12 Devastators get shot down as well. As they go in, I'd launch the dive bombers in as well.
Roger. Okay, just waiting for everyone to come to the station. It's going to be a little while yet. So 10 past 10. So we've got 35 minutes to actually meet what was historically done from Yorktown.
I can see this being a 3 or 4 part video, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Get ready for the big attack. These guys were slightly ahead by 10 minutes, so that works out. So as soon as these guys get in position, pretty much, we're going.
I have no idea how you want to do this.
I know. Everyone just attacks everything pretty much and just see what
Yeah.
happens. You know.
Yeah. I suppose you could try. I mean, it's Kaga, Akigi, and Soru that get hit.
Yeah. Just try attacking 3, right?
So have we got 3 big clumps of dive bombers?
Yeah,
That's
they're all
Akigi.
going to be called a Kigi. So you got one there, and one there. So we'll just attack those 3 and we'll ignore that
You get
one.
it? Yeah.
Oh, right. I think that's near enough for me. I don't dare wait any longer because we might start running out of fuel. So we're 30 minutes early, technically, or maybe more like 25 minutes early. But I think we're good to start going.
Yeah, I think by the time we start hitting the ships, we'll just be back there.
So,
in time.
let's start going. You guys, drop your bombs on Akagi 1. There. Go. In they freaking go. Someone's going straight into a Congo.
Yeah.
Yep, I think they're all going. They're all going. Right, so now, let's see speeds. Maximum speed. Already, Congo's attacking them. Maximum speed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they're going for the low-level penetration run now. It's going to be a pop-up dive bomb attack.
What should we do with that? So in real life, they would have gone 13,000 feet or whatever and just gone straight down.
Yeah, those pushover contrails you were seeing with the dive brakes out, looks like the dive brakes out now would be on top of the aircraft carriers. I'd have to look it up what their dive angle is, but it's pretty impressive.
Might be doing the best we can.
If they go straight in from that would be absolutely...
Hey, that's not bad. You know what? That's max speed. I don't know why he's got his Zoodars out now, but it's max speed. It's towards his carrier. Alright, Viewington and Booingtons, I believe enjoy yourself. Whatever the heck kind of mayhem's about to happen. Everyone and their mum is firing right now. It's Congo. They've passed a Congo. Where's the Congo? There's a Congo. Smashing all his guns at him. Well, you wanted a 1-to-1 scale of Midway. You're freaking getting it, viewers. You are freaking getting it. Check over here. Make sure everything's going okay. It is maximum
Has your
speed.
master modder found a way of getting rid of that stupid pop-up?
What pop-up?
Because they normally go in low level, don't they?
Oh, no, it's not coded.
These are just diving in.
Well, maybe. I mean, if it works, I'll eat my hat, to be honest, but...
I have so many digits across the moon, it's unbelievable.
Come on, bomb it. I will give you money. Don't be sea power. Just for once, don't be sea power.
Sticking a torch in this, folks.
Gutted.
That's
Only
really
the
bad.
first one. Only the first one. Jesus Christ.
Got multi-angles going in there as well. Oh, that's an interesting shot.
Jesus Christ, that's the problem. That AAA and sea power is so stupidly powerful. Oh, come on, my friend. Come on, my friend. That's a Kagi 1. Yes, a bomb! It's a bomb! A bomb dropped! A freaking bomb dropped!
Oh, wait.
It just needs one to sink him. It just needs one to sink it. Come on, hit it! I'm trucking it! I'm trucking it! We did it! We did it! We did it! Oh, it works! The dive bomb works! Not as steep as real life, but it's damn impressive still, and it works. One carrier down. All this waiting worth it. 2 more, please, sir. And they're not finished. Look, they're still bombing. They're still bombing.
There's still plenty coming in, yeah.
Get that bomb out.
So, in real life, as far as we know, Cargo is hit by 4 bombs. Her fuel and ordnance ignites. She has catastrophic fires. She gets scuttled the day after. Akigi is struck by a single direct hit near midships, which is pretty much what happened there. Her armed aircraft in the hangar go up and she gets scuttled the next day. Soru is struck by 3 bombs. She apparently just erupts in fireballs and again it's scuttled the next day.
His bomb's dropped, his bomb's dropped! Oh, he missed. Or something missed. No, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it! Yes!
That's a hit. That's 2.
Oh god, that's impressive. Did you drop your bomb? I don't know if he dropped his bomb or not. Go on, my friend. Go on, my friend. This is just a bomb drop. That's it. We've just reenacted 3 carrier hits. Brilliant. Oh, viewers. I may have looked a little weird for the last 2 hours of what I've been watching, but man, that's pretty satisfying. And now they're going to finish them off. Polish the mothers off.
So there you go. That's 2 aircraft carriers burning at the same picture.
Wow, we did it. Sea Power's definitely got better.
We're going to have many bombers to retrieve, unfortunately.
No, but I'm kind of happy because I don't really want to land 54 bombers. I'll be extremely happy not to land 54 bombers. Well done, smash it to pieces. Oh, and that's all coming in now. It's all coming in, and we've just got bomb after bomb's going to smash those guys. But like we saw, just 1 bomb was enough to take these carriers down.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it's actually 2 at the back, isn't it? How are the 2 at the front doing?
There's one. Here's one at the very rear that I've kept safe as per real life. There's one there burning, there's one there burning, and one there burning. That one at the front is really burning. Oh so my god, it's been hit.
Yes, that's almost identical to the historical outcome.
Oh, so, right, as we've got a camera next to it.
Kudos to the mod maker, absolutely amazing work.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? What happens if I turn them to 3? I think they're pretty much all going to get chewed up now, aren't they?
Yeah. Historically, I don't know what else they took down. I think they just literally went for the carriers.
No, they would have no reason to go for a different type of warship. Oh, the last torpedo bomber's got in because of the distraction, look. Well, you wanted your torpedoes?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Torpedoes being launched.
Right.
Oh dear, that's going to cause havoc.
How exciting. Right, what I'm going to do at this point is because we've done what we needed to do, the rest is superfluous, I'm going to delete those 3 carriers just to start saving us some room to itself. Whoa, Jesus, talk about fun to watch. Smashed. What a mess they're
yes, I think
it's
the black, it's got a black square around it.
So it's already gone. Oh yes, it's already dead. Yeah, must have got hit by a torpedo. Right, that's it then. Let me try and RTB what I can from the...
I should be able to arm and destroy that as well. So as Kev said, that attack was labelled the dive bomb miracle. It took 3 of the 4 Japanese carriers out, destroyed them completely. Hiru, I'm not sure how you come back from a morale-busting, devastating attack like that, but Hiru actually does, in about an hour's time, launch another strike back towards the American carriers.
Smash something else. Oh no, it smashed the 1 carrier that we didn't... Right, stop! Right, sorry, I've got to interject in history now. Yes. Stop it. Stop it. You're bombing a carrier that shouldn't be bombed. Okay, I wish I'd got that earlier. Right, we're going to operate from this carrier now, so let's hope she can still operate.
Can we repair somehow?
Stop, go home. Go home, you've done enough friggin' damage. Well, Dauntless has certainly worked.
Yep.
It says there's 3... There's no spanners on it though, if you know what I'm saying.
There's 3 damage control parts. All 3 control parts are on that flight deck.
So it works. Wow.
So this does demonstrate that the Americans were 1 bomb away from actually not having any casualties on their side.
Yeah, something's happening. Something's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, but when did the... it was 11 o'clock, wasn't it, when these guys...
Yeah, so 10:54 she launches her first strike, and it's 18 dive bombers, the Vals, and 6 zeros.
Yes, it is repairing. It is repairing. All right. Well, let's hope. Let's hope she can repair.
So we used 51 dive bombers in that attack. Took out 3 carriers for the loss of probably 40 of them.
Okay, viewers, you join us back at... This is amazing how well this is working out to real life. Everything modelled 1-to-1. You can see now that it's 20 past 10. Time zone specific. The last bombers are landing. Our carriers here. It's going to take another half an hour to get them down, probably. Meanwhile, this last Japanese carrier is getting ready to launch her stuff. I hope that will work. It's going to be 18 vowels and 6 zeros, and then 10 Kates and another 6 zeros. Okay, we can get that.
Has she got those planes available anymore?
I certainly hope so. Yep, she's going to get repaired. Oh, that's super cool. Sea power being
So I think she is repaired now because all the damage control parties are actually back up in the little box saying they're not being used.
Amazing. Right. Letting those guys do their stuff there. Now, one thing that's not accurate to real life is the way that the fleets are going, viewers. It's kind of hard to explain, but once they start air operations, they just go in one direction, can't be stopped. So in real life, they kind of wiggled around and went all over like that, and this fleet went all around like that. But like I said, as soon as they start their air operations, they just ignore those orders. So let's start getting these guys out. A few minutes ahead of time, but I think it's near enough. So total of
18 dive bombers, please. Second strike goes out at 2 hours later, and once they're up, we can launch 10 torpedo bombers.
So 6 zeros. Up you go, my little beauties. Prepare for revenge. Just to see how the blues are doing. Stuck in their weird stuff. Well, I hope they'll land. Yeah, they will land. They just take their sweet time. Amazing to think that we're actually doing this 1-for-1. It's completely nuts.
It is completely nuts, I have to say.
Right, time. So we are... They would have actually started launching in about 7 minutes from now, but again, I think that's close enough for us. And they're going to get to Yorktown at 1200 hours, or this might be a little bit before that, because I think we've got closer than the real ships were at this point.
Yeah, and then the second wave goes out at 12:30.
Roger, roger. All done.
24. There you go.
Right, let's try... God, I'll try and make sense of this now. Few vowels. Right, so that's our 18 vowels and 6 zeros on their way for their attack against Yorktown. Pretty much about 5 minutes ahead of time, so that's great news. Right,
so the Vals didn't have much luck today at Midway, but they wreaked havoc against some of the British forces in the Indian Ocean. They took down a couple of our heavy cruisers back in 42. They took down Hermes, the original one, I believe, as an aircraft carrier in 42 as well. So 5th of April was not a good day for the British out of the Indian Ocean.
Roger. Now, I'm not sure what defence Wildcats there would have been, so I got just a couple of flights out, so it'd be enough to do some damage, but not enough to stop the attack, because obviously the attack did get through, at least to a certain extent. 3 bombs hit. Uh-oh, she's not launching. Uh-oh. Have we got a fully bugged carrier? I sense we might. I tried to launch, and she's just spinning around in circles instead.
She thinks she's still trying to land stuff.
There's one. No, there's nothing left for her to land. Everything is gone.
I don't think a couple of Wildcats are going to make any difference, to be honest.
Launch. I wonder what she's doing. Well, that's a real problem, because the SDBs that we need are going to come from there later on. I'll just try and put one plane out. Have we been sea-powered? Is that what's happening here? She's just spinning around in circles rather than doing what I ask.
Unless she's turning into wind, which is the wind's coming from the east.
Doing a lot of freaking turning.
If she spins more than that, then I'm worried. No, she's just turning around in a circle.
Right, just turning around. But there you go, viewers. That's what we get for trying. All right. Well,
there is a way around this. Don't worry. By the magic of editing, we can.
Oh, there we go with the magic of editing. Right, sorry, viewers, but sea power's become sea power again. So, never mind. No defence for you. So, anyway, what happens now is attack begins. So let's go.
I suspect she thinks she's still landing all those planes we've deleted. Yeah, just reading up on these Vals, they're actually used as fighters, would you believe, later in the war.
But pretty terrible fighters.
Now that is a death-defying dive of ours.
It is interesting, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, Yorktown about to get a smashy boom boom.
So historically, as many of you will know, Yorktown gets hit by 3 bombs at this event. Damage control is such though that she actually managed to get power back and
does,
resume
yeah.
operations within an hour, which is absolutely amazing.
Ah, the American ships aren't firing. They
You can come to
fully bugged it. We fully bugged it. Damn video game. All right, sorry viewers. Never mind. It doesn't matter. What's important is that they're going to get their hit away. There's only so much we can do with the tools that we've got. And wow.
Ouch. Yeah. There's the bombs go.
Kamikaze!
I think that was a 0.
Oh right, yeah, 0. It's sunk already.
She has been sunk, unfortunately. Yeah, we're a
alright.
bit too effective on that.
We'll make do. Don't worry, Viewingtons. Right, let's see what happens with that lot. Right, these guys are going home. Look, that's great stuff.
Yeah, so you need to RCB all of them back, all the ones that fire the targets.
I shall do.
3 person on Yorktown, you are having a particularly bad day.
Oh, look at this. A bunch of planes are going up from Japan. I didn't order this. What are they?
I think those are your torpedo bombs. Yeah, they
No,
are.
they've got bombs on. I don't know what's happening. I didn't order this. The AI has decided to send whatever the hell this says. Look, it's ordered everything to take off.
I've never seen that before.
Abort, stop it! AI has all of a sudden woken up and started. This is all very new and weird.
So this is because we're playing both sides at the same time.
We are using this game so much.
The red side is still AI, so it is still trying to play its own game at the same time as we're trying to make it do stuff.
We'll figure a way through it. We're going to do what we do. We'll just work hard, and I don't know why, because it's got within the threshold range or something. It's decided I can go and attack.
I believe so, yeah. It's got a target because obviously the other guys have found it. I don't know how, when we've got this amount of power in the editor, that the devs can't turn this into PvP. I am not an IT guy at all, but the amount of power we've got in the editor, as opposed to what they'd have to do to make it PvP, can't see there being an awful lot of difference.
That is really unlucky timing. I've got
Please,
7.
devs, tell me why you don't make this PvP.
I've got 7 left, so we can't send 10 out, but we can send 7 out.
Yeah, send 7.
With torpedo. If you're wondering why I deleted them, it's because they were sent out with bombs, which is obviously stupid. These ones should be going out with torpedoes, and they are. All right.
Yeah,
best I got.
B5M torpedo bombers with torpedoes.
And 6 zeros as escort. Go. Best I can do. Best der Welt. Wow, so we're operating against a lot of problems today, Viewingtons. So we're in a weird position now where the AI is literally taking control of this flight. Stop it, they're mine. Go where I want to go. Stop fight. Look, I can't control him. I can't control him. No, I won't do it. I won't let you do it.
So let's slow the game down a bit and see if you can regain control.
Stop taking my control away. Ceasefire. Yeah, I got control back. Super Cap, doing all the stuff and things. We're going to get them all airborne. I just need to find the other ones and get control of them. Woohoo! Control regained.
These guys are the direct equivalents of the Devastators in the American service, except they're heavier, faster, and perform better. They carry an 800 kilogram torpedo or an 800 kilogram bomb. So that's 1,600, 1,700 pounds, isn't it? So huge.
All right, they're going to sink. They're going to finish off Yorktown. That's already sunk, so we'll take a cruiser down instead, and then the final attack from America, and then we can all freaking go to bed.
So we're 30 minutes ahead of schedule at the moment.
Oh wow, 13, 1-3 or
3-0. 3-0.
All right, when we shall just churn a bit of time up, spinning around in circles.
Yeah, but we're not too far off.
Zeros have just gone off on their own. I don't know what they're doing.
They're in a strafing run, I think. Yeah, they are. They engage in surface contact.
Knock yourself out, boys.
And have a look why the Blues aren't firing.
The Blues are pretty bugged. They've just got to get this weird bug where they just stop operating altogether. You can't control them anymore.
Tight, so should we change?
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't realise that. God damn it! This is difficult. You're right, and I didn't realise. So that would have changed what happened before. Well, there you go, viewers.
I don't think it would have done. I don't think it would have done because your time is going to get smucky boo-booed anyway.
I think, or am I wrong? Are they actually
I don't know if they are. Yeah, I think they probably are just completely bugged because I don't see the weapons changing direction.
Oh look, I can't change it to weapons free. It won't let me.
How bizarre. Okay.
No, it won't let me. So, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just they're not working.
That's how it is, yeah.
All right, there's nothing I can do about that, viewers. It doesn't really matter. It's not actually historically significant. I'm going to send these guys in to attack Yorktown that's already down. But instead, I'm going to attack Bum Bum Bum. Well, I don't know, because it doesn't say which ships they are. So, I guess I'll go and find out. Is that already dead?
That one has been hit. Yeah, so
this is the new master one. So, watch this.
Don't hit that one.
Yorktown, we're coming to finish you off, ma'am. So what we should see is these guys defending themselves. You should have seen Wildcats going up, but you can see it's not working, obviously. So, go on, hammer it, hammer it, hammer it. Yes!
Yes.
Oh my god, something's happened. Where are they?
That was just a bit of other.
Look at that! Look at them go. See ya, boys!
Oh no, it's bypassing, isn't it? Going for the centre one, it's just going to go in front of this guy here. So yeah, they have attacked when you ask them to.
Oh, this would be cool if it hits. We're taking out the pseudo Yorktown that shouldn't have been killed but was killed.
That's not looking like a good day.
Not at all. As historically accurate as we can get, viewers. Get some, baby. Alright.
So yeah, so she shielded Yorktown from 3 torpedoes. Yorktown actually got hit by 2 torpedoes. Having just got a power back, she gets hit by torpedoes then. And that's when the crew has to abandon ship. And Fletcher transfers command over to Enterprise.
Roger. Look, this just missed this. They just shot this guy for some reason. That might hit it. As long as she doesn't change speed or direction. That might hit it.
Well, we know what Pony would say about that. We'd spot that.
He would spot that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Just split that destroyer in half.
Yeah, possibly
Amazing.
some of them were actually with their contact fuse as well.
That's that. Let me get these guys going home.
So, let's have a look at the timeline now.
Next thing that happens is the
We're actually, yeah, we're almost spot on time now. 15 minutes time. We're going to go forward 3 hours now. Essentially, this would now be 3:30. When Enterprise launches Dauntless bombers off again.
Yep, okay, let's get that done. Enterprise. I can't remember which is Enterprise now. It'll be the one with Dauntlesses in, won't it? So, have you got Dauntlesses? Nope. Have you got Dauntlesses? Yes! All the Dauntlesses. How many do you want, Davros?
There we go. 24, please, Manny.
Uh-oh, they're not launching. Ah, no! No! Alright. See, they're not launching, but don't worry. I will fix all that ails you. Alright, watch this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4. You will not stop us. We will fight this game to the very end. Find a way.
That is quite impressive, has to be said.
Doing what we want to do. Put them all in a group, I think, Davros, you know.
It's probably going to be easier in the long term, isn't it? Well, he knows, you know. He knows.
I'm liking this a lot. No, 24 clicks for me. Let's freaking go there, boys. Let's finish this.
Let's get those boys up to altitude.
Probably could have done that from the start, to be honest, thinking about it. Alright, here we go, 24. Well, this is, I think, the last action, isn't it? Yep.
It is, yeah.
Right. We're nearly there, viewers. It's turned from fun to being just basic survival, but it is what it is. We are at phase 6. We've skipped forward 3 hours because we're getting a bit fed up now, to be honest, but we're still sticking with it. We're doing it. As Baby would said, Miser doing it. Right, here we go. Welcome back, viewers. It's 12:30. It should be 3:30, but we're just a little bit fed up, and we're going to go and attack with the last 24 STBs from, this is Enterprise or Hornet, I forget now.
This is Enterprise, I believe. So we should have launched 12 off each, but we didn't.
Okay, near enough.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't technically launch any, did we?
Shh! Don't spoil the illusion.
Don't spoil the illusion, yeah. Right, we should... Oh, wow, okay. Stand by, and slow that down. Everyone, finished up the last carrier. This is all historically accurate still. There were 24 of these at this point. Well, not at this time, but 3 hours doing this. So, this is all still good, viewers. All still good, wholesome stuff. I doubt there'll be any serviceable zeros at this point. There's only one carrier there, and they've used their zeros on the previous attack, so I doubt there'll be any ediments in terms of zeros at this point.
They've got literally one aircraft carrier left. They've just launched 2 waves. They've had 12 zeros up in the air that one as well, so minimal capital. So if we get the results that we expect, we've got 24 Dauntless bombers up here. We know we've got a couple of hits at least from that amount from the last attack. So fingers crossed the same thing happens here. You can see that when the attack run, they lowered those trapeziums and bombs are much lower than the fuselage now, obviously creating more drag, which is a benefit for a dive bomber.
Come on, I've got them on the maximum speed, I've done everything I can.
So to start wrapping this up, Pony did a masterful bit of briefing. This is what he's called the final US blow. It's Enterprise and Hornet have launched these 25 dive bombers. 4 bombs now strike Hiru if we go to script. Nagumo, who's the admiral in charge of the aircraft carrier, transfers this plane to a cruiser, Nagera, and the Japanese fleet, what's left of it now, starts withdrawing away from Midway. That also means that the big assault fleet that's south below this fleet that was heading straight for Midway to do the invasion has to turn around as well. Aftermath, 5th and 6th of June. Everything's crossed for this dive bomb. 5th of June in the morning, the Kaga and Saru get scuttled, get sunk by the Japanese. 5th of June afternoon, the US carrier aircraft will soon be treating Japanese as limited contact.
Here you go, viewers, as per real life, the 4th carrier hit.
Bang on, yeah. In the morning of the 6th, the day after, the US dive bombers actually go out again and manage to sink another cruiser, Nagumo, and damage Nagumo, another cruiser. And then on the 6th of June in the evening, Hiru has to be abandoned, she's aflame, and she actually sinks. So essentially within 2 days, the Japanese lose all of their fleet carriers, as opposed to damaging one for the Americans.
Yeah, so extremely damaging, viewers, and turned the tide of the war. It really did, didn't it?
It did. So Pony's just put in some of the squadron outcomes. VT8, the Hornets, 15 launched, 15 losses, no heads. VT6 Enterprise, 14 launched, 10 lost, no heads. VT3 from Yorktown, this is all your torpedo bombers, 12 launched, most lost, no hits. VB6, VS6 Enterprise dive bombers, 33 launched decisive hits on Kaga and Akigi. VB13, the Yorktown dive bombers, 17 launched fatal hits on Suru, and later strikes from Enterprise and the Hornet, which we're doing now, deal the fatal blow to Hiru.
We've got a US kamikaze going in by accident there. Oof, nearly. Alright, viewers.
Amazing mod developer. Who is Cap? Remind me.
We've got Selenia, Texas, and we have Masaka. That's the best we can do in sea power with all its four boils, but we got all of the critical things there almost at the right times, almost in the right locations as best we can. These assets will be coming to DCS at some time in the future, and we'll be able to probably do a better version, but that's the best we can do for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and bye-bye.
Buy Cap a new computer, go buy some merch.